It's Jake's New Face Showcase at Riverwind Casino, and we're so honored to have a new face to country music, Allison Veltz.
Thank you.
What's up, girl?
Well, this is awesome. I love being here. Yeah, it's
Now,
been
you just
wonderful.
did your set.
Yes.
You have a great single. And
Thank
when
you.
it comes to performing and being out on the road like this, what kind of energizes you? I mean, being in front of a crowd, being around crazy radio people, or what is it?
Well, just the first thing. I mean, just as soon as you get out there and seeing beautiful faces and just smiling, and a couple of little girls I play mandolin, and a couple of little girls were, doing this for the mandolin.
Tonight they were?
Stuff like that. It just absolutely pumps me
Now,
up.
when you're up there and you see that, I'm sure that might have happened before. Do you ever picture yourself like, I used to be at that point, just kind of wishing and
absolutely, it really, the full circle of it really does dawn on you. You try not to really have the weight of that occur to you on stage, though,
sure, that
because
would be
I would
distracting.
just cry my entire performances, because it's just such a special. It's brand new. It just happened, and it's just such a special time for me that I'm really blessed for.
And now, why the mandolin? I mean, that's unique. I love the fact that you're playing it, but no one else is doing it. Is that one of the reasons?
No, actually, I played guitar forever.
Okay.
My dad's a guitar player. There were guitars all over the house, so I played it, but I never fell in love with it. And I used to, you know what a capo is?
Yeah.
Okay, so I used to capo so high.
You're playing way up here.
To kind of get this sound, and then I took it. I mean, the mandolin is about 3.5 months old, actually.
Okay,
I just started.
Okay. And you're playing with it on stage like it's nothing.
Totally. Because honestly, when you hold the instrument that's supposed to be yours, it just clicks, and it's funny, like years and years and years of guitar, and it clicked with Mando right away.
Yeah. Just be glad it wasn't the tuba. There you go.
Well, the career is young.
That's true. It could still be it.
Yeah.
All right. So you look at it in a sense of that's your signature go-to instrument.
Yeah.
As if that's what's easiest.
Well,
is it what's easiest? Or most comfortable?
I think the instrument that you're supposed to play just happens. It always works that it is the easiest for you. I don't know that it would be like some people. Guitar is easy for them, and I think it's because it's right. It's easy.
Yeah.
It just feels I mean, my fingers are tiny. It's light.
It all works.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So on to what kind of started your career in music. Obviously, your family kind of had a background. Your dad played. Did you guys play together as a family?
Oh yeah, we totally did. Yeah.
Was that a thing? Like you went around, or was it just kind of around the house?
I mean, well, it started out just around the house.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like dinners were like 5-part harmonies. You know what I mean?
And family harmony.
And there's nothing. The chords are the same. Literally, structurally, they're the same. So it really blends.
Sounds cool.
My mom and my sister would do 3-part harmony, and my dad was a drummer, so we sang together in the house my whole life, or in the many houses that we lived in, and then we just became a band and then went on the road.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And so were you not a military brat, but like one when it comes to moving and moving and moving?
Yes, just like that, only the reason for the moving was just music. They moved to music all the time. Yeah.
Okay, so that kind of gave you a feel for it before you even started this radio tour, right?
Yeah, it gave me a understanding of the priority is music and the dream, and living for that. It's I grew up that way. There are sacrifices or whatever. You sacrifice your time, and my whole time has been spent trying to get this dream to happen. But I'm used to that because that's what my parents did.
And then at one point, you're traveling with your parents, and then you find yourself in New York City at a restaurant singing as a waitress. Tell us about the singing waitress.
Okay, so that's when I left the family band.
Okay.
And I wanted to do something on my own.
Yeah.
And I was just we happened to be in New York City at the time, and I needed a job.
Yeah.
And I got about 40 of them. I was a barista. I was I did flowers for a while. I had a billion jobs, and then I landed on this singing waitress thing. I mean, it doesn't get much better than being able to sing for the job, for the grind job that you have to have just to pay your rent.
Because it kind of clicked, I guess. The two were coming together.
Totally.
And you were telling me that's actually a position you had to audition for.
Oh yeah.
To be a singing waitress.
I had to go in. My friend, who actually I met because we played a show together. She's a musician too. She, I was just so desperate. I was like, oh my God, do you know of anywhere I can work? And she was like, just go down and audition, and you walk into a restaurant, a functioning restaurant where people are eating, reading menus and taking orders, and they just give you a mic right in the middle. You don't go into like a back room.
You're there.
You're there. And so I think I told you before, and it's a 50s themed diner, so I pick up a mic and I'm like,
poodle skirt, everything.
I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I was really nervous.
I imagine it.
Yeah.
That's one of those awkward, you know, but I guess you got used to it.
Yeah, because it's different than, it's obviously different than stage. It's such a different environment to be serving
Well, people aren't in
sauce.
the mood for, here's your sauce and here's a Carrie Underwood song.
People are hungry and they're tourists and they're in New York. They've walked around all day. They're kind of tired, they're hungry, and it's not about your singing.
Sure. Some people will probably go to the CMA Fest coming up in June. Will you be involved with that?
Oh, absolutely,
cool.
yes. I'm not sure the exact plan, but I will totally be there.
It's happening the first weekend in June. They're starting about Wednesday, so that'll be exciting. That's always a fun, like, it's constant, it wears you out, but it's fun.
Well, last year was my first even slight experience with it.
Yeah.
And it was just, because I think it's because it's so new for me, or hopefully it never gets old, but I just had a blast. It was amazing.
It turns
We
into
did a little
a fun
show,
time.
and then we did a signing, and I love meeting people that love music.
Sure.
Because I do too.
Yeah. Share the love with Allison Veltz.
Share
You
it.
find her on social media. And what's your website?
The website is we're still working on that. So it's
new faces, new website.
Yes, exactly. So just Twitter and my name, Allison Veltz.
Check it out.
Facebook also.
A lot of the music coming from her songs that you've written and things like that, along with Bright Side. So listen for it right here on 93.3 Jake FM. It's Jake's New Face Showcase at Riverwind Casino with Allison Veltz.